Welcome to the afterlife. You're being reincarnated as a Therizinosaurus. You're an egg. Warm Cretaceous soil, late Cretaceous Central Asia, what will one day be Mongolia, roughly 70 million years ago. You hatch alongside siblings, scatter into the dense undergrowth immediately, and begin the only project that matters for the next decade of your life. Getting big enough that the numbers don't work. You are, at hatching, the size of a large chicken. No claws worth mentioning yet. No size. No reputation. You have feathers. Your whole body is covered in them, shaggy and dark, like a bad wig stretched over a small dinosaur frame, and they provide warmth and camouflage and precisely nothing else useful in a world full of things that eat small feathered animals. You eat ferns. You grow. You eat cycads. You grow faster. By year 2, you are the size of a horse, and the claws are beginning to show. Not the full adult length, not yet, but enough that smaller predators reconsider the geometry of attacking you. The claws are not sharp in the way a predator's claws are sharp. They are thick and curved, and their edge is more of a hook than a blade. They are not designed for stabbing or slashing. They are designed for hooking branches and pulling them toward your mouth. But a smaller predator looking at you from across a clearing does not know that. A smaller predator sees 3 curved hooks the length of its own body and runs the numbers and finds a different meal. This is the beginning of the bluff. Here is the truth about your claws, because the truth is more interesting than the obvious assumption. They are not weapons. The bone structure is wrong for weapons. Too thick at the base, too curved in the wrong plane, no reinforcement for impact loads. If you tried to strike a large predator with your claws, the force required would risk fracturing the base of the claw against the resistance. They are built for a pulling motion, not a striking motion. They evolved for agriculture, not violence. What they are is a deterrent. One of the most effective passive deterrents in the history of the animal kingdom. But a deterrent. The difference matters enormously, because a weapon means you can fight. A deterrent means you need to never have to. Every single day of your adult life is a negotiation between what you look like and what you can actually do. And the gap between those two things is the thing that will either kill you or keep you alive. And you have no way of knowing on any given day which way it will go. You are now fully grown, 12 meters long, 6 tons. Standing upright, which you do more than most theropods, your body more vertical than horizontal, your long neck stretching up to the high canopy, you stand nearly 5 meters tall at the head. The claws hang at your sides, each one almost a meter long, curving forward slightly in their resting position. You are eating from the high canopy. This is your niche. The same strategy the Brachiosaurus uses in the Jurassic, repurposed for the Cretaceous by a completely different body plan. You reach up with those extraordinary claws, hook a branch, pull it down toward your beak, strip the leaves, release the branch. Repeat. You can reach vegetation that nothing else your size can access. The claws are spectacularly effective agricultural tools. They have been doing this work your entire life. Then the Tarbosaurus arrives. You smell it before you see it. Not close, 100 meters, maybe more, but the wind is carrying the scent clearly, and your olfactory system was built for exactly this kind of early warning. Your eating slows. Your head comes down from the canopy, and your eyes, positioned on the sides of your wide skull, give you an enormous field of view, and you use all of it now. Scanning. There it is, at the tree line. 8 tons, 11 meters. Moving slowly, which is always more alarming than running, because running means committed, and slow means calculating. The Tarbosaurus is calculating. This is the moment that defines your entire existence. Right here. This animal outweighs you. It is faster than you. Its teeth are real weapons, and your claws are agricultural tools, and it knows how to use what it has. If this goes wrong, there is no version of the next 30 seconds where you win in any meaningful sense. What you have is this. You are enormous. You are facing it, and those claws are visible. You do not run. Running is the worst thing you can do. Running confirms prey behavior. Running invites pursuit, and you cannot outrun a Tarbosaurus on a flat, clear surface, and you both know it. You stand. You draw yourself up to full height, 5 meters of feathered, clawed, frankly unusual-looking dinosaur, orienting toward the predator. You spread your arms slightly. The claws extend outward, 1 meter each, 3 on each hand. In this posture, arms out, claws forward, you look like something a predator's brain has no good category for. Not prey posture, not fleeing posture, something else. Something that might be capable of something that hasn't been defined yet. The Tarbosaurus takes a step forward. You hold. It stops. You hold. The seconds pass. Your body is running every alarm it has. Your heart is doing things hearts were not designed for. The feathers along your neck and back are raised, involuntarily, a biological response you have no control over, and this makes you look larger than you already are. You are 6 tons of raised feathers and meter-long claws and absolute stillness, and the Tarbosaurus is looking at the calculation from the other side. It takes a step sideways, not forward, sideways. And then, slowly, it turns, and it walks back toward the tree line. You watch it until it is gone. You watch the tree line for another full minute after that. Your body does not stop running its alarms for another 5 minutes. The adrenaline, or whatever the Cretaceous equivalent of adrenaline is, cycling through your system, the heart slowing, the feathers settling. Then you turn back to the canopy. You hook a branch, you pull it down, you eat. This will happen 11 more times in your life. 11 more Tarbosaurus encounters, some at distance, some close. One so close you can hear it breathing. You will hold still for all of them. You will spread your arms for all of them. You will watch each one make the same calculation and arrive at the same result. You will never be certain, going into any of them, that this will be the result. That uncertainty is the price of the bluff. Every time you hold still, you are betting that the predator's uncertainty about what you can do exceeds its confidence in what it can do. Every time. For 40 years. The bluff works. Not because you are safe, because you look like you might not be. There is a version of this life where it doesn't work, where one Tarbosaurus on one morning decides the calculation is worth running. You don't know which encounters are the safe ones and which are that encounter. You won't know until it either walks away or doesn't. Hold still. 40 years into your life, the canopy of the Namek Formation knows your reach. The branches at the precise height and angle your claws hook most efficiently are stripped in familiar patterns. Decades of the same pulling motion leaving the same traces. This forest has your shape written into it in the negative space of absent leaves and bent branches. You stand in the morning light, arm raised, claw hooked around a high branch. The branch comes down slowly. Cedar needles and seed cones, and the particular resinous smell of Cretaceous conifer, the smell that has meant food for your entire life. You strip it, you release it. The branch springs back. Somewhere behind you, at the tree line, something moves. Your head comes around. You scan. Wide field of view, full rotation. Nothing at the tree line now. Just the wind in the simple shapes of the conifers. Just the morning light coming through at its usual angle. Just the familiar chemistry of a morning that smells right. You turn back to the canopy. You raise your arm. The claw hooks the next branch. You pull. That's your life as a Therizinosaurus, the most terrifying-looking animal that ever lived, and every day was a test of whether looking terrifying was enough. Subscribe to Life If You Were. Next week, we've got an animal that headbutts everything with a skull made of solid bone, and scientists still haven't agreed on why. See you there.